Hey guys! Okay, so this week we are going to be working on muscular endurance. You're going to see that it's very close to muscular strength. So muscular endurance is how long you can do each of those muscular strength and exercises, or how many times can you do each one. So all the things that we did last week were with muscular strength. You can work on your muscular endurance with those by increasing the amount of times that you do each of those exercises, or the length of time that you do each of those exercises, such as the push-ups. Maybe you start out with 5 push-ups. That's all you can do at first, 5 push-ups. And then you work on your muscular endurance by working your way up. Maybe the next time you do 7 push-ups, and then the next time you do 10 push-ups. And then you work your way up to 15 push-ups and keep going like that. So that is muscular endurance. Today we're going to show you some more exercises that you can do that works on your muscular strength. But if you increase the time that you do them, or the amount of times that you do them, that will be working on muscular endurance. So we are going to start out with doing a plank. And my daughter Bowie is going to show us how to do a plank. And then we will show you an example of doing a plank longer and longer and longer. So we're out on my front porch right now. It's raining a little bit. It's drizzling a bit. So we are under the roof on the front porch. So Bowie is going to get down in a planking position. Her back is going to be flat like a table. She's going to be on her forearms and her toes. So this is the planking position. All right. So maybe you can only do it for about 5 seconds. Okay, Bowie's done that about 5 seconds. So you can rest. All right, so that's a plank. Now, an example of working on planking for muscular endurance is maybe for a couple of days straight, you can plank for 30 seconds. So get back up in the planking position, Bowie. Up on your forearms, flat back. Your bottom does not need to be high up in the air. Your front side does not need to be dragging on the ground. You stay on your toes and forearms, flat back. Straighten your back up, Bowie. It's kind of sinking in the middle. There you go. There is a plank, and maybe she does it for about 30 seconds for a few days, and maybe the next few days she does it for a minute. All right, you can relax. That is working on planking for your muscular endurance.
Okay, so now we are going to do wall sits. Just like we did for the planking, you can increase your time. Maybe you first can do it 5, 30, 75, a minute, and whatever, you can do it. But whenever you're doing it, make sure your knees are flat as a table as you're sitting in a chair. Maybe if you want to make it harder, you can cross your legs.
Make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. Shoulder width apart. Sitting down in a chair.
Make sure you're not too low, make sure you're not too high, and make sure your legs are not going like this.
Yep. So wall sits, get down a little bit lower. The lower you go, you don't want to go too low like you're sitting on the floor, but the lower you go, the more you're going to feel that burn. Bowie's probably going to be feeling all these in the morning. So you want to sit up straight with your back against the wall. You can do your hands on your knees. So she's done it for about 10 seconds or so now. But if she does it for about 30 seconds today and the next couple days, then she can sit up straight, then she can increase her time for up to like a minute, and then a minute and a half, and then 2 minutes. So just increase time. That is all about muscular endurance. Just increasing the number of times or the length of time.
You might get a little confused to endurance and strength, but they're two totally different things. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do squats. For squats, you need your feet shoulder width apart, and just like wall sits, but instead you're going to get, without using the wall, you're going to go down and up. And if you want to, you can put your arms out. And what you can do like last week We use dumbbells and other things around the house that you can use. You can even use those to do squats. It helps your arms too. That strength. Yeah. So shoulder width apart. Make sure your knees are not going out like that. Make sure they're shoulder width apart, straight, and you're going down. And like you're sitting on wall sits, you're doing wall sits. You're gonna go do that same thing, but not on the wall. You go up, down, up, down, up, down.
So a thing for safety for squats is you want to work on your posture. So a very important thing is keeping your back straight, head up. There you go. That's a good angle. Back straight, head up. You want to work on your core. Focus on keeping your there was a bird. Focus on keeping your heels on the floor, planted safely on the floor, and back straight, down and up. Like you're sitting down in a chair and then you're coming back up. The slower, the better. If you go super fast, you're not really going to get as much bang for your buck. The slow and steady.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do lunges. 2 forward, both on different legs, and then 2 backward, both on different legs. So you can do, this is a lunge. So put your foot out like this. Make sure your knee doesn't go like this when you're doing it, but at the same time don't make it go like this. And whenever you're doing it, you go, it's like your leg that's up in front. Make sure it's like you're sitting on doing squats or on the wall sits. Just gonna go 1, then bring it back, 2. That's on 1 on each leg. And then backwards is 1, 2.
All right, so why don't you give us a couple more forward lunges.
Okay.
Get back in your position and down and up, down and up. Keep going. Yep. All right, so that's the forward lunge. Let's give us a couple backward lunges. She's keeping that front foot nice and steady and strong. That knee's not touching the ground, but it's just going to hover above it. Now this is working on muscular endurance by maybe you can only do 5 the first week. Because those are hard. It works your core muscles, it works your leg muscles, your knee, the muscles around your knees and your ankles. So maybe you only do 5 and work your way up because it really works those muscles.
Okay, so now we are going to do Superman. Superman, so whenever they're in the sky, they're like this. Like this.
Superman!
But what we're going to do is we're going to like act like you're a ball. You can go legs up, make sure your knees are not touching the ground, and your thighs and stuff like right here. This part, make sure it's not touching the ground. Maybe like right here can touch the ground. Make sure none of that touches the ground. And then when you're doing that, you can do like Superman poses.
Superman!
Or Supergirl.
Or Supergirl.
You can do any of them. And then you can also
Increase.
Your time. So maybe you do it for like 5 seconds, 30, or maybe even do it for like 5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, you get really high endurance. You can do it for 5 minutes.
And all of these exercises that we're doing right now, you can do it to like 40 or 45 minutes doing it all.
You want to do this 2 to 3 times a week. That's a good start. 2 to 3 times a week. 20 to 40 minutes each time whenever you do it. Now, keep in mind that we are not bodybuilders, okay? everything we do, we want to do safe. We want to work on our posture. We want to not overdo it ever. We don't want to hurt ourselves. So if you are feeling like it's too much for you, maybe you need to back down. Maybe you need to decrease your time some. So just remember, we are just doing this to help keep us healthy, help build our muscles in a healthy, strong way. Okay, so take these exercises that you've learned this week, and even the exercises that we've learned last week, and work on those this week for your muscular endurance education. And just keep those in mind, and just stay as healthy and happy as you can. Okay, and I miss you guys so much, and I can't wait till we can see each other again. Bye, guys.
Bye.